Sammy says, maybe seduction. I told you, no kissing. I guess you don't have to kiss to seduce.
And you don't have to seduce to kiss. Or you should, right?
Okay, now we get into a different discussion. And I'm glad, I think everyone should pay attention to this.
Consent is important. You should have consent, but do you have to seduce someone to obtain consent?
And I think that's different for everybody, which is why you need to have a discussion.
Open communication.
So you ask someone, do I have your consent to kiss you? And they say yes. And you say, okay, follow-up question, are you seduced? And that doesn't, and just be like, and this is just for research purposes. This is just for the data. I want to know, are you seduced when you give consent?
And then if they say no, you can still kiss them because they've given you consent.
Exactly. But you mark down the data first. You say, interesting.
Bring out your binder.
Yeah.
I hope you have a binder. And then be like, are you seduced now? So secondary column for the second app.
Are you now seduced by this data? You say, do I have consent? And they say no. And you say, okay. And you go to write it down and they say, oh. And you say, oh, is this a numbers game? Do I just have to throw enough numbers at you for you to be seduced and then give me consent?
Yeah. Then you start throwing numbers like 144, 12 times 12.
144, a dozen, fuck. See, I wouldn't
49.
make it. I couldn't cut it with someone like this. You clearly could. I couldn't. I would clam up at the numbers.
Squares.
I ain't no square. That's why I don't know my squares. You know what I'm saying?